At this particular video from this Instagram model putting this guy on blast for sending her those creepy voice messages. What y'all got to understand, I said it in my game live stream. You got like the game says, stop trying to get with Instagram models. Yeah, they look good, but they're not good for you. They're not good for you. Because you're only going to make yourself unhappy in the long run. And the fact that you have guys who are willing to embarrass themselves in order to get the attention of these females just shows you where they are at. This woman clearly had no interest in dealing with this regular guy. Even though he's a romantic, he's sending her these DM messages of him being totally romantic with her, right? But it's clear that this woman wanted nothing to do with you. If a woman blocks you and she doesn't want to talk to you, let it go. Let it go. Because they're only going to use your behavior to say, see, look at how these guys harass us. When we all know that if this guy was a rapper or an entertainer, she wouldn't have blocked you. As a matter of fact, she'd be probably trying to figure out a way to come see you or you see her. And these guys got to understand where they are in society. I told y'all, the delusion is real. Delusion is real, not just with women. We all know that a lot of modern women are delusional, but a lot of you modern males, you're delusional too. You're delusional too. And you really think that you can get with these women, date these women. Now, maybe some of you can. Maybe some of you just have that type of game to where you can get these women. But a lot of you guys can't. But you get on social media believing that you supposed to have this type. Again, you as a man, you have to have a mentality of all these women want me type mentality. Yeah, in theory, but in actuality, you trying to get with these type of women, especially a woman that calls herself Almighty So-So or Big So-So. Why in the world would you want to get with somebody like that? Can you explain that to me? You're wasting your time. Shout out to Vernon with the 5 on Cash App. Appreciate that, man. You're wasting your time. You're wasting your energy. Even these athletes have a hard time. Have a hard time getting with some of these women. But again, if you get off the social media, you will see that. Instead of you guys getting on here looking completely pathetic. And that's what's going on. You guys are out here looking bad out here. Y'all doing very bad out here. And these women are laughing at you. Shout out to Joseph Nero. In a perfect world, if all men stopped simping and validating IG models, women like So-So would have to face and deal with their insecurities. I agree, Joseph. That's why I make the videos that I make. Because I want these males to stop validating these women. These women don't respect you. They don't respect you whatsoever. And you guys validate them and you make them feel good about themselves to the point to where they think that they are celebrities. They think that they have high value when they don't. It's more women than there are men. Why are we as men making it seem like it's more men than women when it's actually the reverse? It's the reverse. And I think women deep down know this, but they also think that if they get enough attention on social media, that would build their value. That's why we have to decrease that. You have to decrease the amount of attention you're giving them because they're starting to become delusional beyond repair. She's become like women like this, Almighty Social, they're becoming delusional beyond repair. Just delusional. Mentally unstable. These are women that have probably been ran through in their own cities, but they know that they can get on social media and pretend like they have value when they really don't. They really don't. They don't have any value like that whatsoever. Their value is gone. Their value is done. And I think deep down they know this. Do you know how much of an ego boost it probably was for her to see this guy trying so hard? And listen, I want y'all to understand that the red pill philosophy is in the minority. It's a very small amount of us that truly believe in that. There's a lot of guys that really don't. And they believe in doing whatever it takes to get a woman in their life. Doing whatever it takes to get the attention of these women. Even if it's women online, they won't even approach women in real life. But they will approach all these women on social media. And you could say that cold approaching a woman online might be worse than a cold approaching a woman in public, because at least a woman in public actually sees you. She's right in front of you or around you. But online, if these women don't know you and you coming at them, they're going to take it the wrong way. They are. Unless you have a blue check mark, unless you're a guy with, toting around a bunch of cash and a bunch of nice cars on your profile, that's the only way they're going to be reciprocal of you. But yeah, man, you can tell a lot of these guys don't really approach women in public. But I will tell you this though. This is why guys do have approach anxiety, because they constantly have to worry about a woman trying to expose them, trying to put them on blast, right? Not being able to reject and move on. Because you have women that are just so desperate for somebody to say, hey, look how crazy these guys are going to get my attention. Instead of them blocking and moving on, right? They can't block and move on. So what they do is they put this out here. They wonder why guys have approach anxiety. These type of women aren't dateable. These type of women are side chicks. Like the Almighty So-So, even though she has this guy who's clearly a simp and clearly is desperate for her attention, she still is not, to me, somebody that I would say, hey, I want to be in a long-term relationship with this woman. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. These guys are, you're allowing these women to monetize your creepiness, your attention seeking from them. You're seeking their attention. They are monetizing that. This female also has an OnlyFans. Listen, if you pay her enough money on OnlyFans, maybe she'll pay you some attention. You probably should have signed up to the OnlyFans and then messaged her there instead of on Instagram. Those Instagram DMs, they are not going to, listen, if you're not a celebrity, they're not going to give you any time of day. But if you're on that OnlyFans, maybe, you give her enough money, maybe she will show you some attention. But then again, you shouldn't do that, because they're monetizing the attention that you're giving them. And then you wonder why these women act out the way that they do. You guys have to understand that these women only see you as basically somebody to get money from, somebody to get a follow from. They don't really care about you like that. They don't really care about how you feel about them, as long as you like what they're posting. But sending voice messages to somebody's friend for their attention is just sad. It's just sad, man. All these women, and I say this too about these guys that get stuck on one woman. Bro, there's a lot of women out there. Don't act like a guy that can't get no women, and you get stuck on one woman, and you act like there aren't other women you can get with. A lot of you guys are just completely lost. You're completely lost and you haven't found who you are. The power is in the hands of men, and it always will be. But because social media has grown, so too has the attitudes of women gotten worse. The narcissism in women have gotten worse. But at the end of the day, we as men hold the key to changing this. But if you guys continue to be desperate and continue to be obsessed with one woman, they're going to make a fool out of you. They're going to make a complete fool out of you. And you need to understand that. There's nothing good coming from messaging a female, she blocks you, and then you go try to message her friend or her family member to get her attention. Now, this guy could be trolling, or this guy could be a real creepster. I don't think you antagonize a creepster by posting them up on social media. Maybe you want to call people attention to it, but again, when you're posting a video and you're showing yourself in the video, you're making it seem more and more about yourself and trying to grow your following, because trust and believe, this female almighty so-so is trying to grow her following. She's struggling. She has 36,000, and she's using this to sort of get people to know who she is, right? Okay, well, you need to understand, and I think a lot of Instagram models have to understand this. When you're putting yourself out there like you are, you're going to have guys who are on the creep side who are trying to get with you. That is a part of what's going to happen when you do this. Now, maybe if she was attracted to him, maybe she wouldn't have blocked him. But you also got to understand that when you put yourself out here, creepy things may happen.